to Is This How You Mom? The podcast where we dive into the messy, magical, and downright difficult moments of motherhood.
No rulebook, no judgment, just real talk, raw stories, and a whole lot of figuring it out as we go.
Let's laugh, cry, and wonder together.
Is this how you mom?
Hi!
I just got yelled at 2 seconds before this.
Welcome to episode number 7.
7.
Also,
Can you even believe it?
Jessica wanted me to tell y'all that I am under the weather, so if I sound stuffy, that's why.
Good.
I don't think I
Just
sound
so that,
stuffy.
No, you do. Sound awful, actually.
The weather in Texas right now is going up and down and up and down, so me and my family have had a little cold the past week, but we're getting over it.
That spring cold, you know?
The only thing that matters is Lakin's not sick.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Good job. No, I was nervous about Waylon getting sick because I feel like since he turned 3 months, he got sick like 3 months in a row.
Honestly, and was he even sick in February?
Oh my gosh, did we make it out of a month without him getting sick? Yeah, because he was sick from 3 months until freaking, I think he got sick in January, so. RSV was in December.
Yeah. And then he got like the sniffles.
Yeah,
in
he
January.
got like a weird runny nose,
Yes.
eye crusties, but it wasn't RSV, so.
Yeah. We've been out of our pod game.
Yes, we've been slackers.
We haven't been slackers. We've still
Girl,
released.
I texted her because we post every Tuesday. In case you didn't know, go check it out.
Yeah.
And it's like, what time was it? It had to be like 1 p.m. or something. And I was like, oh my God, we did not post that episode dropped today.
Yeah.
We're slacking.
But
it's fine. We're going through it.
Yes, let's preface this by saying Waylon's in this weird sleep phase.
Oh my God, yeah.
Where he's waking up at like 3 a.m. and not going to sleep till like 4:30. So she's tired.
I'm tired. You're sick.
Starting on Monday at work, I started feeling like feverish. Went home. I'm pretty sure I ran fever all day that day. Woke up Tuesday. Had to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
While sick.
Keeps going.
That's freaking the worst thing ever. So I woke up Tuesday, still running fever, taking care of Lakin, and I was like, you know what? I'll post tonight.
Yeah.
And I did.
You did, yeah. We just had a late post. It's fine.
Yes. But, so we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
and that's just due to busy weekends, too, because it was Jared's birthday, so we went out and we had a fun parents' night out.
But why didn't we record? We were supposed to record.
Yes,
but
and I canceled.
I was going to come over here after work, but she said,
I canceled. I was tired.
That's okay. I said that's okay.
I was a tired girl. She texted me and was like, I'm scared to take the back roads to your house. And I was like, okay, don't come.
No, see, that was me. I was not going to text you. I was just going to show up.
If you would have shown up, I'd have been like, okay, let's go.
You would have been like, okay. But I was
crack a Celsius real quick.
I was like, how do I ask her if I still need to come without asking her if I still need to come? Because I don't want to make her feel like I have to come because I don't have to come. But I don't want her to think that I don't want to come because I am fully preparing on coming. So that's why.
Question. Are you an overthinker?
Yes. That is my brain 24/7.
And that's how I got to, I don't want to take the windy road.
I don't even freaking care about those damn roads. I love those roads.
Those are my favorite roads.
But, so, that's why we haven't been recording.
Yes. And then my husband was like, wow, you're really slacking. Listen.
We're back on our game. This is week 7.
Something's in my eye.
Uh-oh.
It's
Are you
fine.
getting sick?
No.
Oh.
Don't wish that.
We were talking about, like, what we wanted, because we already had, like, season 1 prepared, and we were talking...
I'm sorry. Keep going.
We were talking about what we wanted this episode to be, and we kind of came across, like, our own journeys with, like, postpartum anxiety, depression, and, like, mom guilt, and just, like, different things that we've felt because we... last episode, we talked about our 4th trimesters.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is kind of a good segue because I wouldn't say at home I felt.
No, because I feel like we had all the time in the world to just do anything and everything. Like,
baby related.
Right, baby related, yeah. There was no like, oh, I have to get up early for work the next day or oh, I have to leave right now type of thing. So, yeah, good segue. I was going to say that also, like, I guess because I was home all the time with him, I didn't feel that, like, anxiety.
Yes.
It really kicked in where I was like, oh, no, you do have postpartum anxiety when I had to leave him, like, with no choice.
Well, and, like, you're at home and you
I
say,
see him 24/7.
I can stay away from you for a day, you know, like, I'm with you all the time, and then you're gone, and you're like, oh.
And it's such a crazy going from, oh, I'm with you for 3 months straight, and then boom, back to reality. I'm gone 5 days a week.
Yeah,
now,
it was
4 to 5 days a week.
That is crazy to go from.
It's a massive change, especially when you're still just like your hormones are still figuring themselves out. So
yeah,
and to top it all off, I didn't even think about this. Like, you're already going through all the feels, and then your hair starts falling out around. Isn't that around? I think that's around the time. It was like the month 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Our hair started just falling out of our head. So I'm already dealing with X, Y, and Z.
If they didn't tell you that, and you think, oh wait,
I made it out.
I made it out with all my hair. No, you did not, girlfriend. It's about to come out in chunks.
I mean, chunks on chunks.
Literal.
I remember going to my 6-week checkup, and she had asked me if I had had any, and I was like, no, girl, like, I'm good.
I got all my hair.
And she was like, okay, I'm just going to warn you now. It's coming, and it's going to come around months 4.
See, she did not tell me that.
Yeah, she warned me, and, I mean, it came.
But see, your hairline does not look bad. My hairline looks bad.
Stop. The little, like, this is actually so annoying. The growth, the hair growth is terrible.
And it is bad, like, when I straighten it, because
they all stick up. Yeah.
But we're
both on meds. We're on 2 different type of meds, though.
We are pro antidepressants.
Yes, I am pro meds.
I had to talk her into it. Don't let her fool you.
Because I'm weird about, like, if I'm not feeling well, I don't want to take Tylenol, ibuprofen, blah, blah, blah. I have to be down bad. So she had already been trying to convince me for at least a month, but, like, my tipping, because I would have, like, panic attacks at work when my mom would call me, and she was like, he didn't sleep, or he's not asleep yet, blah, blah, blah. And I would just, like, panic at work and just sit on my phone in the middle of a meeting. Because I was like, no, I simply cannot look away from my phone. I must know what he's doing.
Even though you can't control anything.
Yeah, and I'm not there.
You still want to know. You still... Why? Why? Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard.
I can't do anything about it.
My tipping point was when I went to see Wicked with my sister, and I, like, cried in the movie theater. Even though he was asleep. I specifically picked, like, an 8 p.m. showing for a 3-hour movie because I had to make sure he was asleep.
Yeah.
And I cried because I could not, like, it was like a tight in my chest feeling because I was not near him.
And that was when you...
That's when I finally called in. Yeah. Haley was like, can you please call your doctor?
Yeah.
So I called, and I think I got on it that week or next.
Well, because you had tried, and then she was like, oh,
she did. Yes, she was like, let's try this.
Which is fine.
The worst advice was that I need to learn that a baby schedule changes because I'm fully aware that a baby schedule changes. I cannot handle
deal with it. So that's why I'm coming to you for help.
I don't not know that. I'm fully aware.
Like, duh, what else am I going to do? I'm going to deal with it, but my mental.
Yes. And, like, in the moment I can't. After the fact, because Jarrett was always like, you can do it. Like, it's fine. He's going to be fine. I know. What are we not understanding that I know? I just can't, like, in the moment grasp it. Yeah. After the fact, I'm like, God, I was a little crazy.
Yes.
But in the moment, I cannot talk myself off that bridge. It's just terrible.
And even still, I bet I could go up on my milligram, but I think it's holding me at bay.
Yeah.
Because I skipped it for, like, a whole week, and I was down bad.
See, I'm nervous because I want to be off by his first birthday.
I was down bad. But maybe it's because I just cold turkey. I don't know why I even stopped doing that.
Half pill. Yeah. She told me start doing half a pill when I feel good.
I didn't intentionally do it. Yes, I stopped one day, and then I was like,
I feel great.
I didn't take it yesterday. I won't take it today. Yeah. And, I didn't take it the past 2 days. I won't take it today. Until I was, like, down bad. And I was like, oh, God,
I need it.
Yeah, I need it. Yes, 100%. No, mine, at home, we obviously had a rocky 3 months at home because the sleep issue. And then like, I was ready to go back to work, but at the same time, like, nervous. And then I remember it was, like, the first or second week at work, and my friend, Lauren just had a baby too, but she went back to work a little before me, because her baby's a little bit older than Waylon.
Yeah.
I was just tearful all the time. I would, like, talk about situations to her, and she was like, Haley, no, like, you need medication. And it was to the point where I would be driving home, like, on our straight road, and I just imagined, like, turning down our road to, like, fire trucks and ambulances and pulling up to the house, and Logan's in the front yard saying, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess it's not stupid because it could happen, but, like, seriously.
Yeah. Like, not, more than likely not going to.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that, and because I didn't have that type of feeling, and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and then even, like, calling, all I did was call my doctor's office, and I cried on the phone, like, talking about it, because I had to tell her, like, what was going on, and she was like, I'm gonna send it right now. So I picked it up that night.
Yeah. And I think, too, when I went in, I hate that I have such that stigmatism of feeling, like, defeated or, like, failing almost. I hate to fail. And it felt very like, oh, you're failing as a mom. You have to be medicated. Like, get it together, sis.
Yeah.
So I think, like, that was hard for me. With this. Yeah, like, I can't cope.
And it's sad that I have to say this, but I felt like that about antidepressants before. I was like, do you really need this? Like, yes, I know sometimes you have bad days, but, like, we can get over it.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad thinking, like, reflecting on that I ever had that thought, because it has helped so much.
No, agreed. I feel like a new person. Once it finally kicked in, it took like 2 or 3 weeks. It finally kicked in.
Yeah.
So highly recommend it. When Jarrett, like, also suggested it, I was like, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah.
Do you know that? It's off of a YouTube channel.
It's time. No, I don't.
Oh. Good job.
I feel that way too, because I don't like the thought of having to take something every day to have a good day, and then, like, God forbid I don't have, like, you're relying on it.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah.
And but that's okay.
I'm very nervous to stop it.
Yes. And
because I do feel good. Like, I'm working out again. I'm getting somewhat decent sleep when Waylon decides to not. Like, I'm happier. I'm having a better time. We went out for Jarrett's birthday, and I genuinely had such a good time. How many glasses of wine did we have? Like, it was a grand time. And, of course, I missed my baby. I watched him on the camera, but I did not at one point feel like I was going to stop breathing because I wasn't with him.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to feel that way.
Yeah.
Or, I guess, nice to not feel that way.
But I think that was, like, one of our things that was, like, we don't want to have to rely on something.
Right. And I think the hard part is deciding, like, is this postpartum anxiety? Like, how long is this going to last? Is this just, like...
That's what I'm nervous about. Now I am nervous
because she told me, I went and saw the nurse practitioner. She was like, I don't know if I consider it postpartum because you're out of that 12-week stretch. But to me, I feel like postpartum is like a year-long battle.
Yeah, because that's all I've heard is that woman's body, at least I've heard 2 years.
Oh.
To, like, regulate.
Right. That makes me really excited. I also read, which Jarrett sent this to me, that, like, us stopping our prenatals, which I did take my prenatal for about 2 months.
I did too.
For about 2 months, because I bought another set.
Oh, shit, not that long.
Well, I was so, like, I don't know, hard-headed about taking it, or, like, hard-headed's not the right word I'm looking for, but, like, strict on taking it, to where I was maybe 2 weeks pregnant, and I bought, like, a 90-day pack again.
Yeah.
2 days. I had 2 weeks left. Oh, my God. Okay. And so he was saying, he sent me this little thing, and I read into it about how, like, when you stop taking your prenatals, you lose all of that folic acid, and that can, like, really drop you into this, like, depressive state.
But we didn't. I mean,
we did eventually.
It. Yeah.
But I honestly don't feel like I was ever, like, depressed depressed. I was exhausted and I was anxious. I think there's a big difference there because when I went in for that first appointment to try to get medication and was basically told like, you're not bad enough, it's because I didn't like score high on that test because I was like, I'm not depressed. I'm not sad.
We were showering ourselves.
Yes,
we were doing
I'm not
all the
thinking of harming myself or my baby. Like I am just so like I'm anxious. Ass crap.
Even when they're asleep, I can't stop.
Yes, I can't stop looking at the monitor. I can't stop thinking that he's going to stop breathing in his sleep. Like,
or, like, making up 10 scenarios in my head of, like, okay, if she does this, if she wakes up at this time, then this is how it's going to go. But okay, so she wakes up at this time again, but she doesn't, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but
I played out an entirely awful day in my head before he even woke up.
Yes.
But I wasn't sad. Like that was
we
irritating.
were miserable, but not to
and
the
so
point
then
where
I'm
we
taking
weren't
these
taking care
tests,
of ourselves.
the little like you check the numbers, whatever, and I'm passing them with flying colors because I'm like, how many times do I have to tell y'all? I am not depressed. I am anxious. They go together, but they can also be separate.
Yeah,
that was hard trying to explain that, but finally. Got the point across, got my meds.
So maybe if you're a pregnant woman almost about to give birth, keep taking your prenatal, but like taper yourself down off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like maybe
so
do every other day and see.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
When I'm sick next week and we're recording.
Don't, because Jared already gave me crap. He was like, if my son gets sick, I'll be like, fine, blame it on me. Do it.
I will. I will. And you know I will. It's fine.
But maybe do a little experiment, but again.
And then let us know how it goes.
Yeah. And I also never knew because, like, I wasn't expecting this pregnancy, even though I had 9 months to, like, prepare for this baby.
You did.
But then, like, it wasn't our plan.
Right.
So then I was having those awful thoughts of like, this wasn't what we wanted.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So
but even
I also didn't know if that had any contribution.
Maybe. I mean, maybe, but even though, like, Jarrett and I were not actively planning to get pregnant, we were okay with the outcome of becoming pregnant. There was even times when I was sitting there at 3 a.m. with a screaming baby of like, did I really want this?
Yeah.
And since being on the pills, those thoughts have just been so much better. Mm-hmm. So much better.
Literally. Like, I can deal with it now.
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe I'm just used to the screaming. It's fine.
And we just, like, I remember we would talk to each other, like, during their wake window, but, like, now I feel like we can actually enjoy them during their wake time and, like, play
they're
with
so
them
fun.
and stuff.
They're so fun now. They are 9 months old.
9 months.
Our sweet babies are just growing up. I can't handle it.
Did he have a good day today?
He did.
Yeah.
Really good day.
How long did he nap?
An hour and then an hour and a half. I know. Mom got him tired. She said he was crawling everywhere. She was like, they were moving all day long.
I promise that's gonna do so much because he's going to wear himself out.
Yeah.
That's good. She slept an hour and a half and then only 45 minutes. Huh. I thought she was worn out, but maybe she was like kind of overtired maybe.
No, yeah.
And she pooped.
In her sleep?
I don't know, but when I changed her diaper, it was poopy. But I didn't change her diaper until like 10 minutes after she woke up.
Okay.
So I don't know if
I bet she woke up to poop.
Yeah.
Going back to work, we kind of touched on it a little bit. I remember going back to work and like that first week, I was like, oh, I thought this would be sad. Like more sad, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it was just such a good break of like, oh my gosh, I can like be me for a moment. For 8 hours of the day, I can just be Jessica.
Me, yeah.
I don't have to be Waylon's mom or Jarrett's wife. Like I'm just me, myself, and I. And then now also because again, a lot harder at that age. And now they're at a really fun age. So like going to work every day is painfully hard because it just makes me so sad.
Yeah. Going to work at first was like hard, but like now it's really hard and we don't want to.
It's like heart-wrenching because my mom will send me videos of him and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not there. But unfortunately, we don't have the means to not be working. Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things where, and I hate being told, like, well, if you wanted to, you could. And I'm like, no, I'm fully aware, but I also did not have the most fruitful lifestyle as a child because I had a single mom. So I want to give Waylon, like, this baby's going to Cabo.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Cabo, and we're giving them really good lives.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it worth it.
And we want to continue to be able to do stuff like that.
So I don't, it's just such an up and down of going back to work. It's hard, though.
But at least we still get, I mean, not as much time as we want, but just have to look at the bright side.
We just got to look at the bright side of things,
I've been trying.
I know, I agree. It's such a mindset.
I've gone through such a reflective week when we've been away, but I even was talking to my work friends, shout out if you are listening, but I told them, I said, I'm always in this mindset of I need something to be happening. So for the longest time, we were pregnant. Oh, that's happening. Then we had babies. Oh, that's happening. Then that happened, and then I was like, oh, I need a new car. I don't need a new car, but I need a new car. Like, I need something to be happening.
Fun fact, she got the new car.
Fun fact, I didn't get the new car. But I just always am needing, and I'm getting that itch right now.
Oh, what do you need?
So I'm looking for stuff to enclose my freaking garage, right? But that's not happening. That's not happening because the contractors haven't gotten back with me. So that's not happening, but I'm not pushing it because do we really need to do that right now? Probably not. that would cause...
Is it like a top priority?
No,
has to happen?
Not. I need something to happen. So I've been telling them, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put this energy, this balled up energy that I need something to happen into work.
Yeah. But I'm a very need things to be happening too.
But I also feel like that is part of the anxiety. But at least it's healthy anxiety now.
That's true. I'm also very type A, as you saw when I sent you Waylon's birthday sketch. That's what we're doing right now, is planning birthday parties.
Yeah.
That's in 3 months. We got to get it together. We're really slacking.
I know. I need to up my Pinterest. And then we also wanted to touch on, like, mom guilt.
Oh, it's the worst thing you could possibly have. Last weekend, Jarrett was going golfing to be a dad. Rolls eyes hard. So he was going golfing, and it was kind of at this weird time where, like, it's 12:30. Waylon needs to eat at 1, but I need to go to the grocery store. I don't really want to drag him into the store because it's a Sunday and our HEB is tiny.
Yeah.
So I ended up leaving him with my mom for that, like, 20 minutes. So I went to the store, but he's at that age now. He sees me leaving and he gets highly upset about it. And I was walking out with my grandma, and I told her, like, when does that stop hurting so bad that, like, I'm just going to the store, but I have so much guilt leaving you here and not taking you with me every single place I go? And she was like, sorry, like, it doesn't, you're a mom. But I hate that mom guilt feeling that you constantly have. And I feel like we remind each other all the time not to do it to ourselves. But it's mom. Still hard.
We always text each other and we're like,
I'm a bad mom. I had to wake him up. Such a bad mom. I'm going to get a massage.
Yes.
It's so hard to do anything by yourself or for yourself, I guess.
Because you're like, this time could be spent with your child. And we're complaining about having to go to work, not being with our kids, but like...
Yes, and then here I am going to go spend an hour working out. And I had actually talked about it with a coworker the other day of, like, taking care of me because I don't. So I'm finally getting to that point of, like, no...
Being able to, finally.
Yeah. And just, like,
after 9
take
months.
That hour to just take care of you. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself.
It's okay.
Sure.
Sure
it is.
No, yeah. Because I've realized that I make a lot of my appointments, obviously, on my days off after Logan gets home at 3. But it's like, it's almost every week. It's not every week. But it's like, because I literally have, like, a wax appointment and then my pedicure and my hair that I keep up with. Those are 3 things. And they're not weekly things either. But I always feel like they're all clumped at the same time. So when it happens, I'm like, frick.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not with her.
Even making a doctor's appointment. I was like, can I take him?
Yeah.
But it's okay to not take him everywhere I go.
Or, like, not even about that stuff, but Like, sometimes when I clean her ears and they're so dirty, and I'm like, oh, I'm such a bad mom.
That was me when his freaking toe was bleeding today.
Or when they keep scratching their face, I'm like, I'm a bad mom.
Yes.
I don't know how to cut my kids' nails.
Whenever the other night, listen, cutting nails is a chore. It's a chore. I hate it. I just wish they could bite it themselves.
Let's preface this. I got that stupid bzz, bzz.
Yeah.
No.
It's great.
Do not get it.
It's great. I literally love it.
No, because, if you get their finger, it burns. Because I did it on me.
Don't get her finger.
How do you know? How do you know their nails are so short?
Is she reacting?
No, but I tried it on myself. And I got my skin. And I was like, ow, that burned.
One, you're sensitive. Because I've used it on myself multiple times. I've done it on my hangnails to make sure if I clip a hangnail, it doesn't hurt. Are you using the highest speed? Let's drop back.
I'm doing 6 to 12.
No, I just need to do it.
The blue.
He does not flinch. He literally gives me his hand and he just acts like so I hit one of his hangnails to see and he flinched. So I was like, okay, that hurt. So I will not hit that spot again. And so I stayed off of it. I love the bzz bzz. I hate the clip ones because I'm going to get his skin.
No, you're not.
But all this to say, all of this to go back to my worst mom guilt was when I did not want to cut his nails. Didn't want to do it. So I was like, oh, it's fine. I'll wait till tomorrow. Wakes up in the morning with the biggest scratch across his chin.
Yes.
And it was 100% my fault because I didn't cut his nails.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I was being lazy and tired and wanted to get to bed and get him into bed sooner. So I didn't take the 5 minutes to cut his nails. Bad mom.
Worse. And when she was first born, I didn't have my nails done, but they were longer.
Yeah.
And I poked her so many times in the face. It hurts me.
I remember changing his diaper in the bed. It's like 2 a.m. or something. And I don't know I guess I was doing a diaper change or something. And my hand either slipped or I was reaching in his mouth. I don't freaking know. And my nail cut his gum and he didn't make a sound.
Mm-hmm.
I cried so freaking hard. Jarrett was like, he's okay. He's going to survive. And I just held my finger in his mouth as it was bleeding. So I was like, maybe this feels better. Cried so hard.
Well, and it probably didn't help that you were
going
so
through it. Yeah.
On top of everything, I just cut your gum and now you're bleeding.
Oh my gosh. I felt like the worst mom in the entire world. And I know so many other things are going to happen to him. He got excited to see me when I walked in the room the other day when he woke up and he rammed his head into the rails of his crib because he was trying to get to me and I immediately was like, I'm so sorry for walking in the room.
I'm sorry that I came to get you.
I'm the worst.
No, it's so awful because now she can stand up in her crib. Mm-hmm. So when I put her down, she stands up.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, good night. I love you. It's so hard to
Mine
walk
can't
out.
do that yet. Which is weird, though, is because he's army crawling right now, and he's pulling himself up, trying to pull himself up to stand. Mm-hmm. He's chunk monk, so he needs a little bit of help. But I'm like, so are we just going to skip knee crawling, and we're just going to go straight to pulling ourselves up and army crawling?
No,
there's no...
I don't think so. I bet the army crawling is going to turn into the crawling, but he may or may not start to pull up, too. Has he been pushing? Has he pushed himself
he sits.
up?
Yeah, he pushes him up to sit.
Oh, good.
Pushes himself up to sit by himself.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Good.
Does do that, but he does it downward dog, the yoga position.
Yes.
He does that. It's really weird. So I'm like, you can't crawl on your knees, but you can downward dog. I'm so
on
confused.
his knees?
No, on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
And his legs are straight.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
But he won't go on his knees.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, I'm trying to think. She swivels.
Mm-hmm. No, he does not.
That's funny.
It's
just so
they're
weird.
So different.
Yeah.
They're so different. It's actually insane.
Yeah. But I miss her.
I do too. I haven't seen Lincoln in a long time.
And we were talking about how when we first became moms, obviously we had never done anything in our lives. Mm-hmm. But the anxiety behind this simple task, actually changing the diaper was the one thing that I was, like, so confident in, but everything
else...
Not
me, because he had his incision.
That sucks.
So it took a while for me to feel comfortable giving a diaper change. Because I couldn't wipe it, so I was like, that thing is just sitting with pee-pee on it.
Well, you could pat it.
Yes, but you weren't supposed to get wet. You weren't supposed to get it, like, wet.
But you could tap it.
Yes.
Right?
Right, but, like, how clean does it feel to tap rather than wipe?
I know, but
But yes, he was tapped.
Yes, so that sucks for you, but diaper changes... diaper changes for me was the only thing that I actually felt confident in. Mm-hmm. Even making a formula bottle, I would count, and then I'd show because it says a leveled, non-packed scoop.
The way that I took everything literal, yes.
Yes, I was like, okay, I'm not packing it, but does this look like enough formula in there? But it's not packed. And so I would freak out that she was getting too much water. Mm-hmm.
It's the same way that I religiously followed 20 minutes per side.
Oh, yes.
I would watch the timer because breastfeeding is, like, yes, it's mentally exhausting and it's physically exhausting, but it also makes you kind of want to, like, rage. I don't know why. It's something about them being attached to you where you're like, I just want to rage. And so I would have to not rage and just look at my timer, and I'm probably starved him. Because as soon as the 20 minutes hit, I was like, out of your mouth. Like, we're switching sides and we're moving on.
Yeah, but at least you were still
I have to remove you off of me.
At least you were still... It's those hormone drops, man. I wish we could take give a pill to a man to give them an experience of a letdown.
Yes.
Because even thinking about it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
It's the strangest feeling.
The smell, I wonder if they could smell... Because I don't feel like Logan was ever in the bathroom with me a lot postpartum, but, like, the smell of lochia, like, that's a distinct smell. Even though we bleed every month, like, no, you don't bleed,
it's
postpartum.
It's different.
Crazy.
But I will say, like, you talking about the formula, I took every single thing so literal. Yeah. Like, if it said they should not be in this bouncer more than 10 minutes, he was not going to be in there longer than 10 minutes.
30-minute container time. Nope.
Like, and then making sure I flipped him every single night. So he was going this way on the bassinet, this way in the bassinet.
But it didn't even help because he would
turn to the same freaking side every time.
And his head is perfect. So
It's big, round, 18 and a half.
It doesn't help that my baby had a flat head.
She did not have a flat head. Nobody was worried. Nobody was worried about the head but you. Her head is perfect. I can't wait to see the circumference of it compared to Waylon's, because
hers
baby
is like
boy's
14,
got a big
probably.
Head. If they're 4, is it centimeters or inches?
I think it's centimeters.
18 inches seems incorrect, right?
That's long.
That's a big head.
That's longer than a foot. That is no. It's not 18 It's 18 inches.
It's 18 feet. 18 centimeters. No. It's 18 something. But
even when you look at them side to side,
you can see the massive of his head to her. Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt my baby has a big head.
I definitely think the whole like literal stuff was just, but it was just us clinging to something because that's all we could cling to. We don't have experience to cling to.
Right.
We had like the instructions.
Yes.
Right.
And everything we read.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier because we had a friend asking us questions about like when to drop a nap, how many times to feed, stuff like that. And I remember not really like yes, asking that, but I guess because we were asking it and answering it to each other at the same time, I don't remember questioning it too hard because we were just constantly reading and like, well, it says this, so this is what we're doing. And then we now, feeling more confident as mothers, we have adjusted to like, well, yes, it says this, but like this
but it
works
also
better.
Helps that there's not much change.
What do you mean?
There's not much change to happen to their nap schedule anytime soon.
Right, yeah. Now that we're on this, I didn't know like how
when you get to 2 naps,
it's so much better, guys.
You made it. You're out.
Trenches gone.
2 naps is where it's at.
2 naps is amazing.
Yes.
I have never loved 2 naps so much.
Yes, literally.
Because fighting for that 3rd nap, I was just like, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot fight just for you to sleep 40 minutes. I can't do it.
Well, and I still feel like during 3 naps, you're constantly still like, okay, you're up, I'm feeding you, I'm playing, I'm putting you down. Yes. You're up, I'm feeding you, you're playing you. You still feel like that, but now when we get to 2 naps, I'm like, oh, I have actually
time
get
with
you up and I can like breathe for a second.
Yes, like we have time we
Yeah.
can spend together now.
Yeah, instead of doing tasks.
That's so funny. I haven't even thought about like just how I took everything for what it was, what I read. If it said it, I was doing it.
There was something recently that you said. Oh no, same thing about you still are like laying him down. Like you pay attention to wake windows still, like like hardcore.
Yeah.
I'd say I like.
No, yeah, his first one is 3 hours, second one's 3 hours,
okay,
his last one's 3.5.
Hers is too, but like I don't know how long I laid her down before the 3-hour mark. Sometimes it's at the 3-hour mark. Sometimes it's 10 minutes after the 3-hour mark.
But I always lay down 10 minutes before the 3 hours.
But see, I still count that as a 3-hour. You know, I just guesstimate.
No, I'm not a guesstimator. I can't. Oh my gosh, we forgot to mention this.
What?
Because last episode, or at least the previous one, I think we talked about me tracking still. And I would just like to say, I am no longer tracking.
But she hasn't deleted
I haven't deleted the app because there's memories. There's data in there.
Yeah.
When we were just talking about this, you were like, I wish I could go back and look. And I was like, guess who can?
Actually, oh no. I was about to say her Nana app, but I have to pay.
Yeah.
If I want more than 2 days of data, so I ain't paying.
Haley's not a subscription girly. We've talked about this.
Yep. But
I have stopped tracking. I think now, do we say thank you to the meds for that, or do we say thank you to myself for finally realizing that I am okay?
I'd say you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say, because you've been on the meds.
Still tracking. I think it was just a really weird up and down day. We were out and about and stuff, so it was hard to keep in mind what he even did. And then I was like, you know what? Let's just see how we do. And then I didn't tell you because I wanted to give myself like a full week of doing it before I was like, okay, I can commit and I could tell her now. But I think I told you like 5 days in.
Yeah.
5 or 6 days in. And I was like.
You just told me that like yesterday.
Yes. Because tomorrow will be a week. So I was like, okay, I think I'm committing to not tracking so I can now announce it.
Breathe. And not know. But you still know because you always used to ask me, like, how do you not track?
Yeah, you know.
Pay attention to the clock.
But what is annoying is now I'm having to count. Like, and now I'm like, okay, 6:45, 7:49, 7:489. Those are not real numbers.
That's
right
how
there.
It was today. She was like, when's her next nap? And I was like, I was counting.
Yeah,
but
I have to count it. Yeah. I'm like,
fine.
Okay, 6:45, so he'll probably lay down at like 9:40, 9:35. I hate the 9:35s and the 30 that I want it to be 9:15, 9:30, like something that's even.
See, that's where I'm like, okay, 9:35, that's 9:30.
Yeah. No, I'm trying. It's called One Step. It's a 12-step program.
Yes, and you're on step 1.5.
No, I haven't deleted app. So stop using app.
Yes.
Sorry, app. You just lost a girl. Sorry.
Yeah, but you don't have to delete it because you're going to have more kids.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't get overly consumed.
I bet you won't even.
You know what I would love to do? Which honestly, Logan does spend a full day with her. Jarrett has never spent a full day with him, like having to take care of him by himself, wake up to bedtime. I would love to see how that would go with him, like paying attention to wake windows and feedings and stuff. Poor Waylon, he'll probably be on some random schedule. I don't know.
I bet he would be texting you like, okay, just hook up. When do I need to put it down
when do
again?
I need to do this? Yeah, maybe.
Unless he was just so fussy that day, and then he'd be like, he's fussing. I don't know,
that was one thing I had to because some people don't do schedules. That's their thing. We're just schedule people. But I remember Jarrett was like, well, he's fussy. I understand he's fussy, but if we want to get him to work up to 3 hours, you have to fight through the fuss. Yeah. You got to fight through that 15 minutes.
My grandma came over. It was before it was before Lakin got sick. And Lakin got sick at the end of last week. or last week.
Last week, yeah. Last week.
And she came over. It was like right before she woke up from her last nap with a runny nose. But we had like 40 more minutes before she needed to go down for a nap. And she was fussing. She was like rubbing her eyes kind of, but not crazy. Mm-hmm. But my grandma was like, "Oh, she looks tired." And I was like, "Yeah.
Oh, well.
Sorry." her nap is in a little bit.
I definitely say we do not have that mindset of like, "Oh, baby's tired. Mm-hmm. Baby can stay up.
It's okay.
Baby's fine.
Mom's tired.
Mom's real freaking tired."
Yeah. And it's not like we're keeping him up their appropriate wake window. We're not keeping him up all day long.
No. God, no.
It's literally for their benefit because guess what? They sleep 11 to 12 hours a night.
And when they get their wake windows, they sleep better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
I will say I've noticed, like, last week she wasn't sleeping the best. Like, she was so restless in her sleep. But I want to say it was because of those naps, those weird naps that she was having because she wasn't sleeping good.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She was. I'm curious in the comments. Mm-hmm. Are you a wake window and a this, that person? Or are you a, like, free for all? My baby just kind of does what they want.
Because, honestly, before having my own child, I'd never heard of any of this stuff.
No, and I will say wake windows, and my mom's like, huh? Uh-huh. And so now she understands what I'm saying, but it just wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And now there's just been a lot more research. Yeah. I am pro research. If you can prove it to me and that it works, I will listen to you and I will follow it. But also, if schedules don't work for you, then that's what works for you. Like, I think that's really cool if you don't have to use a schedule because it is very exhausting paying attention to a schedule all the time. Mm-hmm. But it makes me feel better.
And we've seen, like, we have had good results. So, I mean, why would we
stop? But we also know people who have had good results without having it. So, I think it's definitely lifestyle, baby. Yeah. Like, there's different things that come together with it. But personally, we are schedule girlies. Mm-hmm. What kind of girly are you? Drop it below.
And I would also like to know first baby versus, like, multiples. Because I feel like that has a big factor in it, too. Because I'm so curious to see what our second kids will be like with us already having one. And they're going to have their own stuff going on.
It makes me sick to honestly think about having another baby. Like, it makes my stomach turn knots.
Like, just going through it again? Or like,
yes. Truly going through it again. I know we'll be better because we're experienced.
Yeah. That's why you need to knock it out, bro.
No. I actually refuse. Decline offer.
Crazy.
I will not have your baby right now. I can't. I want to enjoy him, and I'm just finally getting to a place. I've been doing this workout program, and I'm finally getting to a place where I'm like, oh, okay, you don't hate yourself. That's a really hard thing, too, is hating yourself after pregnancy. Mm-hmm. Like, let's give ourselves some credit. We just pushed out a baby. Yes. But it's the hardest thing to do.
You grew a whole 7.5-ounce baby.
Yes. So give yourself some freaking slack. And I have not been doing well. I've been very mean to myself. So I'm finally feeling better. And having a baby right now would just really not be
ruin stuff.
Really jack things up, okay?
No, your body is not that bad compared to mine.
Don't. Listen, we're being mean. You're being mean to yourself. Stop being mean to yourself.
I know, I'm just
saying.
But
we just said
I know.
We're not being mean to ourselves.
I'm not being mean to myself because I know it's true. Being mean is like, I'm not talking
I'm
negatively.
so mean to myself about it. Like, I literally want to vomit. And it's like, but can you be nice? Just for once to yourself. Because again, the same way, like, we talk, which I need to do it for Waylon too, but specifically Lakin's a girl. Mm-hmm. So Haley's told me, like, she works on not saying certain words anymore because you don't want Lakin to grow up feeling that way.
Like, they don't know what being ugly is.
Yes. And they don't know what, I'm fat.
Yes.
They don't know. And I don't want, and I understand that Waylon is, like, on the chunkier side right now. And I'm fine with us being like, oh, chunky baby and stuff. Yeah. But it does make me, like, the older he gets, I don't want that to be known because I don't want him to think he's fat.
Yeah.
I don't want him to think he's this or whatever. And, like, again, I'd say with the big head.
Yeah. I'd say we are very granola on that part. Like, to an extent, yes, they're babies, but also to an extent, I do believe in like what you're raised in and what you grow up hearing. Like that's what you're around.
Exactly.
But and really I don't remember ever like my mom talking negative about herself, but
no,
I think it's just part of like growing up and like girlhood, boyhood too. I'm not saying anything, but it would just be better too if at home you have like
just teaching them to speak kindly about themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Because again, my mom was so sweet to me. I was a little bit of a thicker little baby, or not even baby, but childhood. I was a little thicker, and my mom was always so sweet to me about it. And so I want him, even no matter what he is, what size, what height, whatever, to just feel good about yourself. So we need to work on being nicer to ourselves.
I know. God.
I'm telling you, the other day I was like, oh, I feel okay, but I hate that it has taken 3 weeks of me like dying in the garage to do it. But I do feel better. So I did a
workout last night.
I know, your little Pilates. My workout was rough. They're rough. She's really good though.
Yeah, I do Move with Nicole on YouTube.
I've done hers too.
I like her.
Yeah. I think finding something that works for you. I wish I could go on walks, but with my work schedule, I can't do that.
I will be able to once this weather gets better.
Like, not up and down all the time? Yeah. And the freaking massive windstorm we had. The hell was that?
Well, do you not hear the wind out there right now?
I think that's my AC, but okay.
Oh. Whatever.
What do you want to wrap up with?
I really liked how we touched on what we wanted to touch, but it kind of like took a turn, but I really love that. So
I love us.
Thank you for listening to episode 7.
Please make sure you're following, share it,
sharing
it
every Tuesday morning on your drive to work.
And if we don't post, it's coming.
It's fine.
It's still gonna be there.
Put your bell on.
Yes. Are you ringing your bell?
Because it'll ring you when a new episode's released. But come back next week, episode 8. Let me pull up my little notey notes.
Yeah, also, if you're not following us on Instagram, we're so close to 300 followers, and we really would like to go live and record ourselves on Instagram, but we need the followers.
Yes. We are literally like 30 people away.
Yeah, we're so close.
Yeah. So, like, subscribe, share, follow, ring the bell. Do all the things. Episode 8. We got to talk about episode 8. We don't know what's coming up. So that's another surprise.
Yeah, we got like thrown off. We did things different and got it all thrown off. But
bye, guys.
Peace out.